Hello everybody, Vinny Eastwood here. We're just doing a little bit of a presentation on how to basically do all the media stuff yourself. So I've got my costume on and we're about to enter the studio. As you can see, it's not on air at the moment. And we're just going to show you how we set all this stuff up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the lights on. Over here we have our on-air sign. Plug that in. And then over here, the on-air sign is now working. We have light number 1 and light number 2. Plug those in. Okay, now they're going. And we've got light number 3 over here as well. Now that's the studio lights. In order to get the proper studio environment, I'm going to close the curtains. I'm going to turn on the actual lights on the side of the wall. And here we go, the studio is now ready in terms of lighting for broadcasting. Now we use 3 computers for our broadcasting, so we're just going to turn them on. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Okay, now let's get them set up for live streaming. And here we are in the studio, so we're going to get up computer A, which is up here. Going to turn on computer B and get computer C going as well. Because the way I like to do it is we have multiple streams coming out throughout the thing. Now if we have a look over here, we're going to switch to computer A and we'll show you how we set things up from there from scratch. Okay, so here we are at computer A. What this is called is Loopback Audio. Have a look at your system preferences on here, and under sound you can make your output loopback audio. Isn't that nice? So what this means is that when I play a video or something like that on this computer, you'll be able to hear it as though it's proper sound, not just fed through a microphone. To live stream we have open broadcast software, OBS, available at obs.org I believe, and you can download it. You can see how I come up there, Vinny Eastwood, Rebecca Wilson. This is how I've got it all set up. What I'm going to show you how to do is how to set this up basically manually from scratch. What we've got here is we've got our microphone. It's on a mic stand. And over here we have what's known as a Scarlett 2 USB, which allows you to connect into the computer via USB. And we've got noise cancelling headphones, so the combination of which is usually reasonably good for your audio. And as we can see on screen here, this is a share screen of the Mac computer, which we'll be switching to at a moment when I show you how to use all these things. Alright guys, now as you can see here, I'm on screen. I've got a little thing and we can switch to the cameras and things like that, but how am I switching that? How is all this set up? You know, we've got camera 1. Let's have a look and go through this. I'm just going to show you very briefly how you can set all this up by yourself. Let's turn off all of these things. So now you're left with a blank screen. So what do you start with? Well, this is Loopback. How do you do that? You can add something by clicking plus, audio input or audio output capture in this case, and then once it opens up, you can click properties and select Loopback Audio as the device. So now you've got your audio. Over here, this is a background video that we had here. So in order to add a video, you just click and you go add media source, go properties, which is the bad news intro, and click open and click OK. Now it says bad news will begin in a moment. But let's say what else have we got on here? We've got guest image, pretty easy to create. You go plus image, then you call it whatever you want, and then you just go and you browse it on your properties. See, click browse, and there it is. And incidentally, this is the last one that I did with James Cordner, who I'm actually making this presentation for. Showtime. This is how we get everything started up on here. I'm actually able to just zoom in holding the command key and rolling with the mouse wheel, so you can see that thing a little bit easier. We've got 2 images, a video running, and we've got text and we've got a scrolling screen. Now, how do you add text? You click plus and you add text. All right. How do you make that text scroll like that is? You click on your scroll, which in this case would be donate, and then you right click on it and you go filters. And under effects filters, there's a whole bunch of different things we can get here, but for this one we call it scroll. When it comes out, it's very, very slow, so you want to maybe have it go side to side, but imagine, look what happens when you go very, very fast side to side. Kind of a little bit difficult to read. What happens when it goes very, very slow backwards? You know, that kind of thing. So just have it nice and slow like that, and on a loop, so you can have it just consistently going. So that's panel 1 out of 7. Now the question is, how do you go from one panel to another, and what are those called? These are called scenes. So this is our wait screen stream that we've done, and in order to create a new one, you just click plus to add another scene. All right, now regardless of what they are, let's say we go to guest cam 1, have a look at everything that we've got on here, and again, let's mute everything out. These little eyes that we see here, you make things appear and disappear. So number 1, where we've got is Vinny.com, just a little text down in the bottom, of course, and the other is our sponsors, Reopen New Zealand and HoldenHealthcare.com. Now I've got a guest here, so we're going to open him up. That's text with Billy TK Live, and this one here is a green screen thing that I've put in. So this is the actual video source. You go properties, news titles, green screen test. We've got our guest screen. We've got a question from the audience. That's Prime Sinister Jacinda Ardern here. And also sometimes we would have Skype or Zoom, StreamYard or whatever. You just click plus and then you add a window capture, and that will allow you to add Skype or anything else on there. Now in the background here we've got Blue Studio. This is something given to me by the maker of Mind the Matrix, Christiana Van Wyk, and she gave me this little Blue Studio background, which is very cool looking. So today, I guess we obviously had Billy TK, but so that's panel 1 and panel 2. That's for your guest, that's for your wait screen. And over here we've got our display cams things. Now, so what we're going to do is we're going to open up, say, just Firefox or any browser that you really want. Facebook Live for my band, the Happy Birthday song. And we go over here and we've got Chrome set up. And we go properties. And we have a look, and what we're trying to find here is now Firefox, not Chrome specifically. So you can have any of your web browsers on there, but have a look at this. When you play it back, the audio is going to be out of sync, okay? So if you want to play back stuff live on this, you need to be doing what's called share screen right here, and then just full screening the videos while you're watching them to make sure everything is all synced up and beautifully perfect. And just getting out of that one there. Now we're jumping the gun a little bit, but let's go into our display and cams where we were before. So here, the way we've got it set up is that you can have a tutu with this. Well, you see these little red lines and things like that. Whenever you capture anything, you can move those around. All right, you can make it bigger or smaller or whatever you want. You can drag the positions of all of these things. When we have a look at the guest up here, which would normally appear in the top corner on Zoom, or in this case, say a guest pick, you've got umpteen different arrangements for how you can really run your shows. So let's switch on to main cam, which is just me. And again, you can see the same arrangement. Now the background video that we have here, my mate Mikhail Pierce at gmail.com did these wonderful green screen backgrounds for us. This is from March 21st of this year. He put it in there. It just runs in the back of the thing. Now when you go to it, you go properties, and there's a little tick there that says loop. Okay, so if you've got video backgrounds, green screen footage and things of that, like a city behind me, I obviously haven't got the green screen in the correct setup. You see like that, how it makes a difference. So this is how all that works. Now if we switch down to guest cam 2, it's basically the same thing as guest cam 1, but you've got the same background as us, so it just provides a little bit of a different thing to switch to for your other people. So let's go now to Vinny and Guess, and normally I'd have somebody on Skype in this particular area here, and they'd all be good. So you can see how this all gets set up just with a couple of pluses and clicks and things like that. And over here we've got the share screen, so that's just showing what the screen actually sees. Now that's live streaming 101, right, in a very, very short time frame. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go to OBS Preferences, and when you want to stream stuff out, you can put in your custom servers and stream keys. When you want your output, it's recording format. This is important down here, MP4 audio. Make sure you've got your regular audio locked in there, and hotkeys. This is the real puppy you want. Advanced, don't really need to worry about that. But hotkeys over here, I've got like from F13 to F19 is how I switch all my things, you know, guest cam 1, guest cam 2, screen share, so on and so forth. So when I do that and I tap my keys, right now we're on screen share, that's F19, and I can just go like from one to the other like this. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, and that's how you use the hotkeys. Now the other one is how do you use the green screen. So let's go to a little webcam, and then let's go filters, and then over here you can see it's got an effect filter. You go plus, you go chroma key, and chroma key over here, similarity. You can just drag it around. You can see how the green screen appears and disappears. Alright, we're at about 435 for optimum levels with the lights, smoothness, you know, that kind of thing. You just drag these things around until it looks reasonably good as a thing. Color spill reduction, la la la. Okay, easy peasy. So much easier to do green screen than, with the lighting right, you know.